Yes, it is. It is. I'm born in Maastricht, I live in Maastricht, and I'm going to die in Maastricht. Because he was not proud of me. He never said, I love you. He never said, I'm proud of you.
What happens when the man who brings joy to millions begins to face a silent battle behind the curtain? Could the world's most beloved violinist be quietly struggling while the music continues to play? And why has his son, Pierre, now decided to speak up? Today, we're diving into the deeply personal and emotionally raw story of André Rieu, a maestro whose health has become a growing concern and whose family is now stepping forward with revelations that fans deserve to hear. If you're a longtime follower of André, this one's going to hit close to home. Let's take a closer look. Known to many as the king of the waltz, André Rieu has turned classical music into an arena-filling phenomenon. From the grandeur of Vienna to the warmth of his hometown, Maastricht, he's brought elegance and emotion to every corner of the globe. His concerts aren't just performances, they're spectacles. Vibrant gowns, joyful dances, emotional crescendos, and the unmistakable charm of the man at the center with his golden violin in hand. For years, André has done what very few classical musicians ever could. He's made classical music mainstream. He transformed Johann Strauss into a household name. But as his fame has grown, so too have the demands placed on him. Non-stop world tours, long-haul flights, and back-to-back performances. It's a grueling schedule for anyone, let alone someone now in his 70s. And recently, those pressures seem to be taking their toll. It wasn't a sudden event that set off alarm bells, it was a pattern. One by one, fans began to notice changes. Performances rescheduled, tours abruptly canceled. And most troubling of all, André himself looked more fatigued, more reserved. During a much-anticipated return tour in Mexico, André performed just 2 shows before he was forced to cancel the remainder of the concerts. The reason? A combination of factors that included high altitude, intense travel exhaustion, and a flu that hit harder than expected. For fans, it was devastating. For André, it was a wake-up call. This wasn't the first time his health had come into question. Back in 2010, he was struck by a rare condition, vestibular neuritis, which affected his balance and coordination. For a violinist, that's not just a health issue, it's career-threatening. He was bedridden for weeks, and when he returned to the stage, it was clear that the experience had left a mark on him. But André, ever the showman, continued. He smiled, he played, and the audience applauded. Yet behind the music, a quieter story was unfolding. In an unexpected and deeply personal move, André's son, Pierre Rieu, recently opened up about his father's current condition. Pierre, who has long been involved behind the scenes in managing the orchestra and production, chose to speak not as a business partner, but as a concerned son. He shared how deeply André's recent health issues had shaken their family. The Mexico tour incident wasn't just a logistical nightmare, it was an emotional blow. Pierre admitted that seeing his father pushed to such limits broke his heart. He had always admired André's resilience, but this time felt different. This time, the strain seemed heavier, more permanent. Pierre's candidness revealed what many fans had feared. André's age, combined with the physical demands of touring, was catching up to him. The maestro, known for his endless energy, was finally facing his limits. And for Pierre, that meant confronting tough questions. How much longer could this continue? At what cost? André Rieu's fans aren't just casual listeners. They're passionate, lifelong followers. They travel across continents just to attend his concerts. Many book trips months in advance, plan reunions with friends and family around his shows, and hold his music as the soundtrack to their most cherished memories. So when shows are suddenly canceled, the disappointment runs deep. Fans don't just miss out on a concert, they miss out on an experience they've been looking forward to for years. And for those in countries where André rarely tours, these moments are irreplaceable. But it's not only the fans who feel the weight of André's health struggles. The Johann Strauss Orchestra, a family of musicians who've traveled the world with him, also face the consequences. Performances are their livelihood. They've built their lives around André's dream. When that dream is interrupted, so is their financial stability and emotional connection to their craft. The cancellation in Mexico, for instance, left hundreds of team members scrambling. Flights were missed, Equipment had to be shipped back. Contracts were halted. For many, it felt like a sudden rug pull and a glimpse into what the future might look like if André were to step away permanently. With each passing year, André's health has become a more frequent topic of discussion behind closed doors. And while no official retirement has been announced, Pierre's comments have fueled speculation. Could we be witnessing the early stages of André Rieu's farewell from the stage? Is this global icon slowly preparing to step away from the spotlight? One thing is certain, André loves what he does. Music is not just a profession, it's his passion, his oxygen. But even the strongest passion must sometimes yield to the realities of health, age, and well-being. There is a growing sense among those close to him that a change is coming. Not today, not tomorrow, but soon. And it's not being framed as an ending, but as a transition. In the midst of all this, André has made a deliberate shift in his performance choices. Instead of embarking on exhaustive world tours, he has chosen to focus more on performing in his hometown of Maastricht. These performances are different. They're intimate, controlled, close to family, close to home. It's a way for André to keep doing what he loves without pushing his body beyond its limits. And these local concerts have taken on a new meaning. They've become a celebration, not just of music, but of legacy. For fans, attending a Maastricht concert now feels like a pilgrimage, a chance to witness history, to see a master in his element on his terms. Beyond the music and the spotlight, André has found peace in life's simplest pleasures. One of the most endearing revelations was his love for baking. Yes, baking. In interviews, he shared how during downtime, he finds joy in measuring flour, kneading dough, and waiting patiently by the oven. It's a stark contrast from the grandiosity of his stage presence, and yet it perfectly captures who André is beneath the tuxedo. A man who values simplicity, who cherishes quiet, and who is learning, perhaps for the first time in his life, how to slow down. These small glimpses into his daily life offer hope. They show that André is not defined solely by his music, but also by his resilience, his humility, and his ability to adapt. Pierre's decision to speak out wasn't made lightly. It came from a place of love, of protection, of respect. He knows what his father means to the world, but more importantly, he knows what his father means to their family. And as much as he wants to preserve André's legacy, he also wants to protect the man behind the legend. His candid words remind us that behind every public figure is a private life. And in that private life, the struggles are just as real, just as raw as anyone else's. So what comes next? That's the question on everyone's mind. Will André Rieu return to full-scale touring? Will he shift entirely to local performances? Or will he quietly step back, letting the music play on through recordings and legacy concerts? No one knows for sure, not even André. What we do know is that whatever happens, his impact is already eternal. He's changed the way we see classical music. He's built a bridge between art and joy, and he's done it with grace. Now we want to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of watching André Rieu? Was it a particular concert, a specific song, or maybe just the way his smile lit up the stage? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into André's life and the heartfelt revelation from his son Pierre, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a story like this. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more. The music, after all, never really ends.